Hello everyone, and welcome to Talking Over Tea. Last month, which felt like about 5 years ago, we went on a trip that we mentioned in our last video, and today we wanted to share a bit about that and also share the books that we bought, because of course we bought some books, and that was a big part of the reason we went on this trip. So we just really wanted to share what we got and our experience with that. Sponsored by Spindrift. Drink it while I tap.
We got some tea on the airplane.
Yes, we did. We got mint tea. Maddie put cream in it.
It was weird, but
it was offered.
It was offered, and I wanted to try it.
When we arrived, we went to IKEA.
Yeah.
Because we don't have IKEA.
So, yeah, we've been to IKEA one time before, but we just went to look around, and Amelia really liked the panda bear.
We did.
And then we rode on a bus for the first time.
We did. We rode on lots of buses.
A lot of buses. That was kind of scary, but we did it. We got some waffles that were really good. We looked around the stores that first day.
Yes, we did.
We didn't really do anything.
Go to quite a few kind of thrift
They're
vintage
not thrift
stores.
But
well, they kind of were. They were more consignment, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe
It didn't
that
seem
one
like they
might have been.
They did not have thrift stores like we have here at all. They were all very like supposed to be vintage and cool and very expensive. There was nothing like we have here, which was a little disappointing because I was like, yes, we're gonna go to all these thrift stores. It's just gonna be amazing, and they were still fun to go in. But
yeah. But we didn't buy anything.
Yeah, it was very different.
Yeah. So then the next day, we went to Powell's City of Books, which is one of the main reasons we went on this trip. We just wanted to go on a trip because we'd never been anywhere together by ourselves before. So that was one thing, and then we thought it would be really fun and cool to go to the big bookstore. So we went there. We did a lot of walking. We rode the bus and walked to Powell's. And we got very wet. But we spent like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours there, which was really fun. It was huge. There were 4 floors, and we also got to see the rare book room, which was cool.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we have spent longer in our own Barnes & Noble than we did in this store.
It's true.
Yeah, it was really cool, but it was also kind of hard because it was like there was just so many books. You had to go systematically and figure out where you were going.
We decided to like visit every room first and then go back.
Because it wasn't really working to scour every shelf
like we usually do.
It was just kind of like, we are gonna get so bogged down.
And it was also, there was just so many people.
We were gonna go to the little cafe that they had there, but there was so many people in the line, and it was just, it was kind of crazy.
We just looked in stores. We didn't buy anything.
No.
The only thing we bought on this trip was books, right? And food.
Which was enough.
Yeah. But we had really good ice cream at Salt and Straw.
We did. And it was a good thing, too, because we got lost that night. And it was quite an ordeal.
Yes, that was, yeah.
Yeah. It was a good day, but a little bit hard.
Yeah. And then, what did we do?
The next day was so rainy.
Yes. Oh. We're not used to a lot of rain. So we got completely soaked. Yeah. And we walked so much that day because the day before we got lost on the bus. And so we were kind of wary of the bus after that. And so we were just walking everywhere. So we walked for hours.
Yes, we walked to the mall. We went to a few stores.
We
went to a park, which we thought was going to be great until
it was just flooded practically.
Wet.
Yeah. But the mall had a Barnes & Noble in it.
It did, and a Ross.
It was weird, but
it was also really
so we went to Barnes & Noble.
Kind of weird
it was a weird mall.
It was like the best place I had ever been in. When you spent so long in the rain, and you and then you're like, is the mall even here?
Yeah,
and then you don't know, and then it was finally there.
Yeah, we finally made it. It took forever.
We got a pretzel.
But then, we did. Then we went and got teriyaki.
On the last day before our flight, we got to visit the Bible Project headquarters, which was really cool. We got to see like how they made everything, and just kind of like their whole team and process and everything like that.
Every room that they do stuff in, and we got to meet Tim. So if you know the Bible Project, that's pretty cool.
So yeah.
And then we went to the airport and kind of just wandered around it. It was
we
huge.
got the best
best.
coffee ever. If you were ever in the Portland airport, go to whatever that coffee shop was called. What is it? The
Portland Coffee Roasters. Okay, if you want sweet
coffee. It was like
I didn't even have coffee. Mine didn't have any coffee in it. It was so good.
And then we came home.
We were very happy to be home.
It felt like we recovered for a whole week after.
Yeah.
Just because it was so much new stuff. Like, your mind is just, like, constantly having to figure out where you are, figure out how to get you where you need to be. Mm-hmm. You can never just, like, rest.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, we're here.
Yeah. It was an experience. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we bought some books. It took us a long time to decide. And we were limited to our suitcase capacity. I feel like I could have bought more. I did have 2 other books, but I also didn't want to spend too much because we spent a lot on the trip. So, yeah.
And I would normally, like, just buy nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, no. I am buying something because we are here. This is, like, the biggest thing we've done. So I did buy some books. I got 2 classics and 2 not classics.
Okay. So I got Mistress Masham's Repose by T.H. White. I don't actually know what this is at all. It's a children's book, and it is by the author of The Sword and the Stone, which I really enjoyed. So I really wanted to get books that I hadn't read. So this one, I'm not sure what it is. It's an older edition, 1946, and I just thought it was a really pretty blue. It just looks nice. I don't know what it's about.
This was not the first book I got, but one book that I got was Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. I wanted to get a classic that was not as well known or that I had not read, and this was both. And, well, it's pretty well known, but at least it doesn't feel like one of the big classics to me.
It's not Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. And yeah, I was really excited to get this. It was in the Barnes & Noble Classics edition, which I always like to get. It was $4.95, which was pretty good, and it sounded interesting. It sounds a lot like Jane Eyre, but I really liked that, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like.
And then I got All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. I read The Passion of Dulce by her last year, and I really liked that, and I liked her writing style. This was the only other one that they had by her, so I thought it sounded kind of interesting. It's about 2 people who, like, go missing. So, yeah, 2 friends go missing, and then only one of them comes back, and then she can't speak, and not sure exactly. But I'm excited to see what it is, because, I don't know, I don't own very many books like this.
Next, I got The Spice King by Elizabeth Camden, and I don't actually think I read what this was about, but I had heard really good things about it, and just wanted to get something that was a little less popular and that I could not find at a bookstore in our area. So I got this. It has something to do with a spice empire and a botanist. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one, and I was excited to get something that I had heard of, but just really could not find or even get at the library here.
I got The Chronicles of Crestomancy, Volume 1 by Diana Wynne Jones, and this is a series that I listened to on audiobook. Like, I'd listened to the whole thing in a very short amount of time, and it's a very long. There's 3 volumes, and it's pretty big. Each book in this series is, like, all very different, and they only have a few characters that are from the previous book. So it's kind of hard to explain, but it's about magicians, and it's just a fun, magical book. And yeah, I just really like Diana Wynne Jones's writing.
I next got The Inheritance by Louisa May Alcott, and this was actually her first book, which that she wrote at 17 years old. So I was excited about that, and I thought that it would be fun to see what her writing was like at my age. I don't even know if I read what this was about. It's about an impoverished Italian orphan. That is kind of all I can... That's kind of all I know. But
it's about an impoverished orphan.
I'm sure it's really good. And I'm wanting to expand my Louisa May Alcott collection and the ones that I've read. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this one.
Okay, I then got The Wonder Clock by Howard Pyle, who is the author of King Arthur and His Knights, which I read and actually didn't like that much, but just because it was very medieval. So I saw this at Half Price Books a long time ago, and then I saw it at Powell's, and I was like, hey, this might be a good book to get. I don't know what it's about, but it's a kid's book. I think it'll be interesting. Oh, it's 4 and 20 marvelous tales, being one for each hour of the day. Oh. Yeah, okay, well, I think it'll be an interesting book to try.
Lastly, I got Unblemished by Sarah Ella. I had wanted to try something by this author, so when I saw this, I decided to go ahead and get it. I'm realizing I don't know what any of the books that I got were about, but this is YA fantasy?
Yeah. I don't know if it's fantasy, but...
I don't know. I decided to give it a try. That's all I know.
Wait, you got it. No, the other way.
But I got this book, and I'm excited to read it, and it also really went with the color scheme of all the books that I got, which I was quite excited about. They were all like purple, except for this one, but then it's
kind of like a brownish.
Yeah. And that is all the books that I got.
And the last one that I got is The Wind Rises by Timothy D. Fombelle. And this is one that I had never heard of by an author I really liked, and I was extremely excited. I think there was a person who was in the aisle with us when I found it, and I was like, but yeah, I did not know that he had written another book, and I own almost all the books he's written because I really like them, so I was very excited to find something I hadn't read. I think this has something to do with like pirates, and it's in the 1800s or something. I didn't really look at it, honestly. I just was like, I'm getting it. So yeah, this one's very exciting. I'm excited. She's
excited.
I am. So yeah, those were all the books that we got, and we unfortunately can't really recommend any of them because they're all new to us, but those were the ones that we thought sounded interesting. Yeah, we had a good trip, very crazy and not like what we're used to, but we hope you enjoyed kind of coming along with us and seeing the books that we got. We want to thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.